Hello, I'm Cindy Fernelli, Executive Director of the Center for Audit Quality. The CAQ is a public policy organization dedicated to enhancing investor confidence in the work of public company auditors in our capital markets. On October 6th, the CAQ issued a report entitled Deterring and Detecting Financial Reporting Fraud, a Platform for Action. This report is a product of a series of roundtables on fraud deterrence and detection with key stakeholders in the financial reporting supply chain, including corporate executives, members of boards of directors and audit committees, internal auditors, external auditors, investors, regulators, and academics. The report pulls together ideas for mitigating the risk of financial reporting fraud, as well as related points to ponder. Those who took part in the discussions agreed that while supply chain participants work to deter and detect financial reporting fraud one company at a time, a collective sharing of ideas and resources would greatly advance efforts to mitigate financial reporting fraud. I am pleased to be here today with Richard Chambers, President and CEO of the Institute of Internal Auditors, who is our partner in this important collaboration. The Institute is a global guidance and standard-setting body for the internal audit profession with over 160,000 members around the world, with almost half of those members residing in North America. The IIA, along with Financial Executives International, representing preparers of financial statements, and the National Association of Corporate Directors, representing boards of directors and audit committees, has agreed to collaborate with the CAQ in ongoing efforts to mitigate the risks of financial reporting fraud. Richard, tell us how the IIA can contribute to this collaboration.
Cindy, pleased to be here today with you as well. The IIA has long provided publications, articles, guidance, and other platforms for internal auditors to discuss their important role in assessing, preventing, and detecting fraud within their organizations. Although management and the boards are ultimately responsible for managing the risk of fraud, internal auditors can assist management by determining whether the organization fosters the right culture, embraces effective risk management systems, and provides assurance that effective internal control processes are in place to detect and deter fraud. I believe that a robust system of internal controls is a critical line of defense against fraud, and as you know, internal auditors can bring a lot of expertise in this area in the way of internal controls. Like the CAQ report, the IA's Practice Guide, Internal Auditing and Fraud, which was published last December as part of our International Professional Practices Framework, recognizes three common conditions leading to fraud: pressure or incentive, opportunity, and rationalization. Furthermore, we recently issued a Global Technology Audit Guide, Fraud Prevention and Detection in an Automated World, that further highlights fraud detection using data analytics. We believe this guidance will complement the CAQ's report in a number of important ways.
Richard, the CAQ's report contains three broad themes relevant to mitigating the conditions that can lead to fraud. First, a strong, highly ethical tone at the top that permeates the corporate culture. Second, skepticism, or a questioning mindset that leads to professional objectivity on the part of all participants in the financial reporting supply chain. And third, strong communication among financial reporting supply chain participants.
Cindy, we are pleased that the CAQ report discusses the responsibilities of internal audit in the context of others that play a key role in financial reporting by public companies, including management, boards, and audit committees, as well as the external auditors. We agree that the emphasis on how these groups can interact more effectively and leverage their roles to eliminate gaps and improve fraud deterrence and detection. The responsibilities of internal audit in assessing fraud risks have not been widely discussed in the broader context, so this is an important beginning. The IIA wants to leverage our work and experience in fraud deterrence and detection with the CAQ and other stakeholders in an ongoing collaboration.
Our collaboration will utilize existing resources and facilitate the development of tools and information about how to monitor and mitigate fraud risk. It will be the first truly cross-functional work in this area, where all of those contributing to effective governance, the board, senior management, external auditors, and internal auditors come together. Initially, we want to enhance thinking around fraud deterrence and detection and encourage the development of practical tools targeted to each stakeholder group in a few key areas. We anticipate that these tools could be practice aids, alerts, white papers, webcasts, and conferences that are widely available to all stakeholder groups.
You know, Cindy, we don't know why one person chooses to distort financial results or commit fraud, while someone else in a similar situation does not. So an important area for collaboration, I believe, is to develop a better understanding of the preconditions that lead to financial reporting fraud. Work in this area could lead to development of new tools and resources that operationalize behavioral research and auditor experience on the factors that lead an individual to succumb to the temptation to commit fraud. You know, all stakeholders could benefit from these efforts to enhance their ability to think critically and skeptically about the financial information that they are presented. So a second opportunity for collaboration, I believe, could be to explore ways to encourage participants in the financial reporting supply chain to be appropriately skeptical and to enhance their ability to validate information by asking probing questions and making a critical assessment of evidence and paying attention to inconsistencies. You know, skepticism includes the need to overcome a bias to automatically trust management and others involved in the financial reporting responsibilities without creating a hostile environment.
And a third area we plan to look into are ways to moderate the risks of focusing only on short-term results, which can create pressures that lead to greater risk of financial reporting fraud. We'd also like to explore the role of technology in facilitating deterrence and detection of fraud, an area the IIA already has done some work on for internal auditors. So as you can see, there is a lot that can be done to enhance our complementary and interconnected roles in fraud deterrence and detection. The CAQ's Roundtable Discussion Series underscored that there is no silver bullet solution to deterring and detecting fraud. We're very excited about the opportunity to collaborate with you, Richard, the IIA, and our other partner organizations. We plan to be inclusive and transparent in our efforts and welcome other interested stakeholders to provide input to these initiatives as they unfold.
Well, thank you, Cindy. We at the IIA are very excited about this important opportunity and this great step forward in enhancing our collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you.